Would raising the full retirement age save Social Security? Hi, and welcome back to another Money Not Math conversation. It is episode number 142 today, and it is Thursday, May 18th. In today's conversation, we will be covering the cost of claiming Social Security before full retirement age. Did you know the median loss from early claiming in the present value of household lifetime discretionary spending was a whopping $182,370? Why aren't people delaying Social Security claims? In 2021, 31% of retired worker claims were made by people age 62. Why or what raising the full retirement age would even mean for young workers? Did you know that every 12-month increase in the full retirement age roughly equates to 6.5% cut in benefits? So if they full retirement age goes from 67 to 68, that's going to basically cut benefits by 6.5%. The bottom line for today's younger workers, if you hear a politician talking about a plan to save Social Security by cutting their benefits, grab your wallets. All right, today's the article that we are quoting or referring to is Would Raising the Full Retirement Age Really Save Social Security? Written by Mark Miller from Morningstar.com. Trends suggest today's younger workers would be hurt the most by another increase. Shocking. Just keep kicking the can down the road. The latest financial forecast from the Social Security trustees shows that the program's trust fund will be depleted in 2033. At that point, the Americans will confront a 23% across the board benefit cut unless Congress takes action. The report serves as a reminder of the need for Social Security reform. The topic is off the table during this year's fight over the debt ceiling, as it should be, because the two topics are unrelated. But we do know how each of the two political parties hope to address Social Security reform. Democrats generally favor shoring up the program's finances by adding new taxes on the wealthy. The question there is, what do they define as the wealthy? We have to understand, this is not a political argument, so please don't take it that way, but we have to understand is oftentimes they say they only raise the taxes on the rich, but if you actually look at the numbers, the middle class is often affected as well. So essentially the only people that aren't being having their taxes raised is the lower income. So be very careful on the political words used when it comes to raising taxes. Back to the article, Republican positions vary, but the only substantive proposal from conservatives in the House of Representatives would gradually raise the full retirement age, when you can receive 100% of a return benefit to age 70, among other changes. Keep in mind, at one point it was age 65, now it's up to age 67, and so Democrats want to potentially raise taxes, Republicans want to potentially increase the full retirement age and delaying how long you have to wait to get your full benefits. Politicians often pitch a higher full retirement as a way to save Social Security for today's younger workers. But a close look at the numbers tells us a different story. The cost of claiming Social Security before full retirement age, it's clear that claiming Social Security at later ages would be beneficial for most workers. A recent study co-authored by Boston University economist Lawrence Kotikala, I don't know how to say that word, concludes that virtually all American workers aged 45 to 62 should wait beyond age 65 to collect Social Security benefits in order to boost monthly income. The study found that retirees potentially give up hundreds of thousands of dollars by taking Social Security benefits too early. The median loss from the early claiming in the present value of household lifetime discretionary spending was a whopping $182,370. Now, let me say that again. According to this study, all right, disclaimer, this is not investment or insurance or legal advice. You should always consult a qualified professional regarding your specific situation. And this recommendation is made by this study from Boston University economist Lawrence Kotelikoff, and I'll include the article if you want to look at the full thing, not by me personally. But what they're saying is workers age 45 to 62 should basically always wait to full retirement age because the average median loss of spending power in retirement is $182,370 by claiming at age 62 instead of full retirement age. All right, continuing on with the article, the Social Security rules are designed to pay everyone roughly the same lifetime benefit, no matter when you claim, according to the life expectancy tables. You can file for retirement benefit as early as age 62 or delay up to age 70. If you claim at age 62, your monthly benefit will be considerably smaller than if you claim at age 66. But you're likely to collect those benefits for a greater number of years. Conversely, a later claim will give you a higher monthly benefit, but for a shorter period of time. But in practice, many workers will benefit from a later claim, especially the higher income, more educated people with high odds of outliving their mortality averages. And married couples generally benefit from this approach, since the chances are good that one spouse will beat the mortality odds, potentially benefiting from a higher benefit through delay or from a survivor benefit. And they don't touch on it much in this article, and I won't go in depth, but just be aware with the survivor benefit, it's important to know how to plan around that. Because if, let's say, the husband has a higher benefit than his spouse and passes away, the spouse gets the higher of their own benefit or half of the husband. So that can come into play quite a bit, depending on how you're planning for your retirement. So, for example, consider a person with a full retirement age of 66 who claims at age 62. This person will receive a reduced benefit for the rest of their life, approximately 25% lower than they would have received by claiming at full retirement age of 66. Had they claimed at full retirement age of 66, this person's monthly benefit would have been worth 33% more than a claim at 62. Had they claimed at age 70, it would have been worth 76% more. So basically what they're saying is that your age 70 benefit is 76% more than your age 62 benefit. Your age 66 benefit, if that's your full retirement age, because that's depending on your birth date, that would be 33% more than your age 62 benefit. So it's really important when it comes to Social Security planning to understand what your needs are today, what your needs are at age 62, what your needs are at age 67 or whatever your full retirement age is, and whatever your needs are at age 70, because that's when it caps out on increasing. And how you're going to make that work from what you need versus what you want and what makes the most sense. So moving on, why aren't people delaying Social Security claims? There has been a trend toward later claiming in recent years, but the changes are not dramatic. In 2021, 31% of retired workers' claims were made by people age 62, down from 60% in 1998. That's a pretty significant cut. According to an analysis of Social Security Administration data by the Urban Institute, but the vast majority of workers, 84%, had still claimed benefits by age 66. Claiming at the latest ages remaining relatively rare, just 16% of claims are filed at age 67 or later. That's pretty low. Though the group is still relatively small, the number of people claiming at the very late ages has nudged up a bit. For example, the percentage of claims at ages 67 to 69 was 2.9% in 2000, which more than doubled to a rate of 7.1% in 2021. Likewise, the percentage claiming at age 70 or later was just 0.9% in 2021, compared with 0.1% in 2000. Most workers don't get anywhere close to a claim at age 70, and that's not surprising. Considering the universal nature of Social Security, which covers nearly all the diverse U.S. population, working well past 65 or even past 70 can be feasible for better educated knowledge workers, but it's not a practical option for people who hold physically demanding jobs. What's more, workers who intend to work longer often find their plans interrupted by a job loss, health problem, or the need to become a caregiver for a loved one. If you're not working, delaying your claim means you'll need to meet basic living expenses through savings. Yet only about half of households have 401k accounts, and even among those, meaningful wealth accumulation has been limited to the highest income workers. Federal Reserve data shows that in 2019, retirement account balances in the lowest three income quartiles were too low to provide meaningful income across the span of retirement. So let's highlight a couple things said in that paragraph. I think it's important. Only about half of households have a 401k accounts, and 3/4, this basically says the lowest three income quartiles, so 3/4, 75% about, are projected to have too low of a meaningful savings to span across an entire retirement. So we're losing pensions. Pensions are becoming less common. Social Security benefits may be decreasing, and about 3/4 of people that are currently working are on pace to actually have enough saved up to last a retirement. That's a lot to digest, which is all the more reasoning. Hopefully, these conversations bring you value and just remind you of the importance of the sooner you can save and build your retirement, the better. All right, continuing with the article, what raising the full retirement age would mean for younger workers. The claiming trends argue against an increase in the retirement age, and the reason is simple. A higher retirement age functions as a benefit cut because it raises the bar on how long people wait to receive their full benefit. Every 12-month increase in the full retirement age roughly equates to 6.5% cut in benefits. And we've been down this road before. Under the Social Security reform legislation enacted in 1983, the full retirement age has been rising gradually over the past 3 decades, from age 65 to 67. For everyone born in 1960 or later, the full retirement age is 67. That means today's younger workers will receive less from Social Security than older workers or current retirees, even though they are making the same Federal Insurance Contributions Act payments that today's retired and near retired workers have made. And other trends look to be threatening for the retirement security of today's younger workers, according to research by the Urban Institute. The causes include lower earnings growth, the erosion of defined benefit pensions, and the global financial crisis, which wiped out trillions of dollars of household wealth and caused long bouts of unemployment. That crisis hit younger workers especially hard, and the effects are long lasting. The Urban Report projects that 38% of early millennials will have inadequate income to meet their basic living needs at age 70, compared with 39% of late Gen Xers born between 1973 and 1979, and 28% of late baby boomers born 1955 to 1964. The picture looks worse still for early millennials of color. 53% of Hispanic adults and 42% of Black adults will struggle to meet expenses. So basically, what they're saying is, if you round out the last couple of paragraphs, pensions are decreasing, like I already said, and Social Security benefits are likely decreasing as well, even though today's workers have to contribute the same amount as previous workers. So hopefully, you're getting the point that it's on you, it's on me, it's on us to be more responsible for building our own retirement plan and our own retirement wealth, and because we can't be as dependent on pensions, Social Security, and things like that. So coming back, and those troubling projections assume that Congress figures a way out to avert the 2033 insolvency deadline, which will reduce benefits even further. And the one thing to note on that, I genuinely believe that Social Security is never going to be completely gone, because I can't foresee any politician falling on the sword and championing the effort to get rid of it. However, it is quite possible, like this article is outlining, that they'll just keep kicking the can down the road and either cutting benefits or raising taxes, rather than, what the government should probably do is just get better at managing money, but that's unlikely. They're much better at either kicking the can down the road or raising taxes. So, continuing with the article, does greater longevity mandate a higher full retirement age? It's true that average lifespans in the United States have risen over the past couple of decades. The expected lifespan for men and women at age 65 has jumped more than 10% since 2000, according to the Society of Actuaries. But further gains are not assured. Lifespans actually have been falling since the onset of the pandemic, which is very broadly. They actually started decreasing before the pandemic, but I won't get into that. And U.S. lifespan gains have fallen behind the trend among other wealthy nations since 1990s. What's more, higher longevity is not distributed evenly across the United States population. There's a substantial and widening gap in mortality gains by income. For example, a 2015 study by the National Academy of Sciences found a gap of roughly 5 years between the highest and lowest income quantiles for men born in 1930. For men born in 1960, the gap was 12.7 years. The bottom line for today's younger workers, if you hear a politician talking about a plan to save Social Security by cutting benefits, grab your wallet. All right, so that's today's Money Not Math conversation. I was jumping in and out of the article, Would Raising Full Retirement Age Really Save Social Security, written by Mark Miller, and adding some of my own commentary, so that was hopefully helpful for you. Please let me know what questions or thoughts you have regarding this conversation. Plus, if you have requests for future conversations, my goal is to provide as much value as possible to you, those who are willing to watch or listen to these conversations and episodes. In order to do that, it's really helpful when I have recommendations. Otherwise, I'll continue to do what I always do and find a good article to either agree with or disagree with and add some commentary. So, hope you have a great rest of your day. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to next time. Thanks. Bye.